All right, this video is basically for people who have huge calendars that it just might be too time consuming to try to all, pull together through either sharing it or, going through step by step from another browser. It's just too convoluted to do it that way. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do some exporting and importing, and it's a little more difficult than the things we touched on, but it's not too bad. The first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and sign into our .sps accounts. So I'll sign into mine. Once you're signed in, you'll normally see your calendar. I've basically cleared mine out pretty much. So what we're looking for is under the My Calendars drop down, we want to look for settings. If you click on settings, it's going to open the calendar settings window. You can see I have a lot of calendars shared with me. This process is actually going to export any calendar that you have read-write access to. So if you have access to read and write and manipulate it, you are going to export it. You do not have to import them all, though. That's the nice thing. You can pick and choose, and you can pick and choose what calendar it comes from and what calendar it goes into. So what we're going to do, we're going to scroll down here a little ways, and we're going to look for this option right here called Export Calendars. I'm going to basically go ahead and click on that, and that's going to basically start the export process. The export process will take a little time depending on the size of the calendars. Once it's done, it's actually going to give us an archive of all of the calendars that we have access to. And basically, for the sake of argument, I've actually already downloaded it, so we don't have to wait. So we'll pretend it downloaded, and there it is. It's cgrim.sps@gmail.com.ical. What we'll want to do before we go back into our browser, we're going to want to go ahead and we're going to want to extract that. Go ahead and extract all. So there, now we have a nice folder with all of our calendars in it, because we'll have to have access to each one of those individual calendars. So we'll jump back to our browser, and then what we're going to want to do is come in here and sign out of our .sps account, and then we'll go back in with our Shepherd Schools account. Now that we're signed in here, we're going to go right back to the My Calendars option. We're going to drop down to settings, right back to those same options. You'll see I have a lot less going on here, and I'll say I want to import a calendar. So I click Import Calendar. I say Choose File, and then we want to go into that file folder, and then you'll see I have all of these different individual calendars. You could import whatever one you want. What I would do in this instance, I would say, okay, I want to import my CGrim folder, which would be my CoreyGrim calendar, into my new CoreyGrim calendar. So basically, I'll click Open, and then you can choose a calendar. For this instance, I'm going to select Test because I've actually already done this, and then you simply just click Import. You wait a few seconds, hopefully, and that's going to import all of the calendar information. So there you go. I have 336 events successfully imported. So if I close, I go back to calendar, and you can see right there's that date that I had from my other calendar. And if I move forward, I can see, dates that were recurring, which I don't have that many, but they're there. So that's really all you have to do. If you have any questions on the process, or you'd like to go over it again, just let me know. I'd be happy to come speak with you, and we can look at your options to see if this is your best option. I assume it will be, but there's always other options. So please just get a hold of us if you need any help, and I hope you found this useful.